What's up, Jurassic Park fans and fellow augmented reality gamers? Today, we're finally taking a look at Jurassic World Alive. Now, if you've already played this game, then you already know a little bit of what I'm going to go over here. But stay tuned anyways, because you might learn a thing or two. It might just be entertaining. Who knows? But if you haven't, we're going to go over some of the basics of the game. And one of those basics is, of course, making dinosaurs. Now notice how I don't say capturing dinosaurs, because you don't actually capture dinosaurs in this game. Instead, you do what is called darting, and you shoot darts at a dinosaur to take sequences of its DNA. To take sequences of its DNA. As you can see over here, we have an Dinosaurus. It's about 85 meters away, which isn't all that close. But in this game, it's not quite as important as in Pokemon Go. You get a little bit of a distance here. So, well, that one's 84. This guy over here is 355 meters. He's going to be way too far. We can still see him all the way down there, which is nice. Doesn't mean there's not other dinosaurs lurking in the bush or the brush or hidden wherever and underneath the bridge. Who knows? They're out there, and they'll just pop up as you're walking along. You see this Lythronax, 155 meters away, but I'm still able to catch them. And to be fair, if you weren't VIP, you'd actually have a bit of trouble right now. But walk 5 meters this way and you'd be good, because normal play, I believe it's 150 meters. So right now we're totally in range for all players. But back at 150 to 200, there's actually a VIP membership. It costs like $10 a month. And if you do like the game and you're seriously considering playing it, I'd recommend to at least pick it up for the first month to get the free Epic Incubator, because it's definitely worth $10. And the other benefits you get, I think, are worth it in a month. But that's for you to decide if you like it or not. However, we're not going to catch this guy over here, because I want to show you some stuff that have to do with this guy over here. When you start out the game, you're obviously going to want to make your first dinosaurs, and it's going to give you a choice of 3 dinosaurs to start with. And it doesn't really matter which one you choose, because they're all really common. I might choose the Velociraptor because it was my favorite of the bunch, but it might be a small token that the Velociraptor is a really good dinosaur in the game, in PvP. Which, yes, if you weren't already wondering or didn't already know, this game does have PvP. And that's a pretty sweet launch feature to have on one of these augmented reality MMOs. It's kind of nice, and it's actually a really nice system. I really like it. The gameplay is great, but as you can see, you get a certain amount of time to shoot darts at the dinosaurs. And there, being a distance away, I only had, I had a good amount of time because I was pretty close to the dinosaur. But I wasn't that close, and if I were to be right on top of it, I'd have quite a lot more time. So when you're going after dinosaurs you want a lot, you're going to go after them really, really close. You want to get as close as possible. I will throw caution out there. I have tried to get closer to an epic dinosaur spawn before and have it despawn on me before I got closer. That was sad. It can happen. So sometimes you might want to just go for it, but other times you might want to get closer. Depends on what you know about when that dinosaur spawned. Now, this is the Dinosaurus, and it's actually a really common dinosaur in the daytime. You'll find it out and about pretty much any habitat. So these guys are actually kind of special because they'll get you into your first batch of fusing dinosaur DNA. So in this game, of course, you collect your dinos. Now, when you're collecting them, you power them up and level them up by using more DNA. And I'll show you how to do that right now with one of these guys that I collected a little bit earlier on my way to work, the Dilophosaurus. You might recognize him from, the first series. And he's a few levels up, so he costs a little bit up, and he's a rare, so he will cost a little bit more gold. As you raise your dinos, the gold cost is going to go higher, but their power is also going to go higher, which of course is a good thing for PvP. Well, this guy right here, also, they give you on top of being good for PvP, of course, evolving your dinos is going to give you experience, which, as of right now, is actually the only way to raise your player level. So, unlike Pokemon Go or other augmented reality games, you don't have a whole lot of options for raising your level other than raising your dinos. But that's a big part of this game. In fact, it's most of this game. And raising your lower level dinos up while they're a low amount of gold cost is a good idea. But don't take them too high, because you could be wasting gold and you could be wasting DNA. And when I say you wasting DNA, that's because, well, some dinos you're going to want to raise for themselves. Others, such as this guy here that I got earlier, the Inosaurus, we're catching him for different reasons. Now, you'll see how he's at level 5. He's always going to sit there. He's not really all that useful of a dinosaur for battling purposes. However, he has a nice hybrid possibility. In fact, it's a really, really good starter dino, and it's one of the 2 starter dinos that you're going to be starting with your hybrids. And I highly recommend saving and doing this immediately, because each fusion is going to cost you 20 gold, which isn't much, to make this rare dino fusion. And fused dinos have some advantages here. Now, because they're made of 2 dinosaurs, of course, they hold qualities from both dinosaurs, which is great. And they tend to have more skills than other dinosaurs as well, because they're fusions, which is also great. You might notice this is a pretty stacked dinosaur, and it comes from 2 common units that are around all the time. Dinosaurus, which is around during the day, and Nundasuchus. I think that's how you pronounce that. So a lot of these names are a little bit more difficult, but the Nundasuchus is common as well, both during the day and the night, which is good because this dinosaur is actually going to be used in the other fusion that you have, and that's this guy here, the Manjangdasuchus. The Manjangdasuchus is a combination of the Nundasuchus and the Majungasaurus. All these names, man. Sorry. I'm learning them. I'm getting there. The Majungasaurus, which is a nighttime spawn. Basically, that's common everywhere, just like the Inosaurus. And they kind of replace to basically make a really solid starter offensive and a really solid starter defensive hybrid unit to introduce you into both Dino DNA fusion for creating the best dinosaurs out there, and for really giving you a nice push into good PvP for free to play players. Even if you don't want to put any money into this game whatsoever, you could easily get these fusion dinos. And really, I see epic dinos all the time. I've caught in several fusion dinos already by DNA, by catching and darting. They're out there, and if you go and you look around, you'll definitely find them. So free-to-play players, don't fret. You can have everything that someone who might pay for an advantage might have, because it's not that big of an advantage. But I will say they do get some perks with the VIP, like the longer distance shooting, but they're just perks, because you could walk that extra 50 meters. I could walk that extra 50 meters. I guess I'm just lazy and would rather pay to not. But really, the epic box was totally worth it. And you could earn epic boxes through PvP. But when you fuse these dinosaurs, you'll notice that you raise your DNA of this dinosaur different intervals. And it's just kind of random. I know I just did 10s, but it's just kind of random how it happens. And you just stack it up until you can evolve your dino that's a hybrid with the DNA that you're gathering. And these two hybrid dinos that I've recommended here, like I said, are just really easy to get from the get-go. Just start building for them, get those 3 dinos to level 5, and just save all that DNA from them and just start fusing it all together and create these guys and get them on your team immediately, because they're going to be on there for a while. They're going to be some nice staples of your team, and they're really going to be worthwhile for you. So highly recommend going and doing that. Definitely start getting those fusions out as soon as possible. But with all that, you're probably wondering about PvP now. So what else can you do other than collecting dinosaur DNA and powering up and fusing your dinosaurs? How does this PvP work? Well, you can do it anywhere, and that's the great thing about it. They don't actually have a challenge system where you can challenge people specifically, which hopefully they will add soon. But when you do challenge it, you run through your ranking systems like a typical game, and you have different tiers, and you'll face people in your tier to build your power and go up ranks. You also collect incubators. Right now I have 4 gold incubators here, and we're going to show you what one of these does right now, and that these are all free to play. This is how you can collect a lot of really good dino DNA. I highly recommend at least getting a gold or above at least once a day, so when you're going to sleep you could be incubating some really good dino DNA, as opposed to throwing on a 3-hour dino DNA, which are the most common. They also do have 15-minute ones, which are actually really good, because as soon as you start them, you could watch a video for like 30 seconds or whatever, and it automatically opens them up after that video. So they don't take up a spot really, and you go and fill that spot and you get some quick dino DNA. So those 15-minute ones are actually one of the best ones in my opinion, just because they're just cyclable like that. Then of course, on top of the 15 and the 3-hour and the 8-hour, you also have 2 more, which are much rarer, and I've only gotten one of them so far, which is a 12-hour one. And that one was a really good incubator. It had epic shards and all sorts of stuff. Not a whole lot, but a good amount. And there is an incubator level beyond that, which is a 24-hour incubator, which I have yet to get, and it is the epic incubator from the PvP, and it is really good from what I understand. But we'll have to wait to see that one. But we don't have to wait to see what we get in this one. So there's some gold, always important. I have yet to really run real low on gold, but it's definitely going to happen soon, because once your dinos start getting up higher in level, my PvP dinos are, they really start costing a lot. It's cool. I needed more of him, and I just got some epics from that. Nice. Nice. And that's right, you always get epics from the 8 hours too. You always get eight epics from the 8 hours at this tier. You get different amounts for the different tier levels. I think the one below this was 5 and then 3. I'm not positive. I believe that's what they were. I think I'm on the 3rd tier. So that's kind of cool. The Kentrosaurus, I don't actually have any of those, but so we're going to be a while before I get that. But I have all of these incubators here ready to go. But before we go do that, let's show you the PvP system, and how that works kind of is, it's really nice. It's kind of, it's actually similar to some of the other games I've played by this company. I have played that was a Dragon Riders of Berk or something by them. It's a different style of game, but the PvP battle style is very similar. So what happens is you have 18 dinosaur team, and it randomly selects 4 for you to choose from, and then you get to choose one to start with. And your moves are all set up like this, and you could always check those beforehand like you were seeing on those dinosaurs. We are gonna slow this guy though. Ooh, and he got a critical hit. So that's unfortunate. But alright, this is gonna be risky. This is gonna be risky. With this decreased attack, I should still live though. Nope, I was wrong. Alright, well, when all else fails, pull out the Velociraptor. Like I said, the Velociraptor is just a really good, solid dino. So we're gonna kill that real quick, and I wasn't sure if he was gonna try and switch it out or not. It seems like he didn't. But the Nycasuchus, which is a counter I expected from it, it's gonna eat a pounce and it's gonna take a lot of damage though. And it's actually gonna die because I critted it, which is great. That's great for me and the Gorgosaurus. So I think I pretty much got this battle in the bag here, but you get kind of how the system goes. You have heavy attackers and defenders. The Incubators, this guy's levels were a little bit lower than mine, unfortunately. So he did have a bit of a disadvantage here, but he's however still doing pretty good. I mean, he did kill my raptor, so that's not too bad. So let's see how this does. We'll be pretty close to killing him there. And okay. So he may switch out. He may not. He's gonna switch out. I kind of saw that coming. But we'll stun him here and we should have our match either way. There's not much he can do at this point. Like I said, the Deinosuchus, this is one of the hybrids I just showed you. I had the other hybrid on my team too. I just didn't really have the opportunity to pull him to show you how he's workable. But this guy is obviously really good. They're both really, really good up there in some of the top tiers of the fighters. They're not the best of the best, but they're pretty much there. So definitely get those guys, and they're going to take you up ranks in your PvP in the beginning and even in the end probably. So you saw my Deinosuchus definitely helped me win that battle, no doubt. Winning battles, again, earns you gold and an incubator. So that's a 3-hour incubator. Go ahead and activate that in 3 hours. That'll be ready to open for some more Dino DNA. But you don't have to wait for that, because we got more Dino DNA to open right here. So let's go check out the rest of these gold incubators, these 8-hour incubators, and see what these low-level, epic level incubators give us, because they're like a lower epic level, and that's cool. The Stygomoloch, but as I said, you only get 8 per thing. So while it's cool, I would rather be getting those DNA for things that I already have, such as the T-Rex. Would be really nice because I'm getting pretty close to unlocking him. I've seen a few of him in the wild. Nice, that's good. 251 Velocity, I could always use those. I'm getting pretty close to 14 here. And Dimetrodon, don't really, I guess I do need those. So Ankylosaurus, I could use those because I do use him on my team. Her, excuse me. All dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are females. I use her on my team. So yeah, let's go in to our last golden incubator here. More Velocas, more Dimes, and nice, some T-Rex. We only got 5 though, so I think we still have 3 more epic shards. That's interesting. I didn't know you could get split epic shards like that. But I only got 5, so I should get 3 more? Nope. Apparently you could only get... Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. That was an older incubator probably then, because I did kind of stack those. My apologies. It was an older incubator. That was one of the ones from the previous tier, which only give 5 epics. Cool that I got the T-Rex though. And that is the thing, I do know people do go down tiers just to farm things such as the T-Rex Dino DNA, because it is one of the first tier rewards. And so when you just are on that tier and you're opening up those boxes, you're going to pretty much always get T-Rex ones. I'll show you here the different tiers. I'm at Nublar Jungle, which is the 4th tier, but you can see it goes all the way up to Sorna Marshes, which is at 3,000, so we'll get there. Right now we're actually in solid victory. I rarely ever get beat. I'm probably way under my medal level, should be. So I just don't play arenas all that much. But as you can see, you unlock new incubator dinosaurs and exclusive dinosaurs per different level. And the first tier has the T-Rex one. So if you stay in that tier for a while, you can actually farm some T-Rex shards, or I'm sorry, DNA. And I actually highly recommend this. Now, I'm not the type of person to drop back to get there. I really don't want to. I'd rather just go up in ranks and wait till a new season starts. But you guys that are just starting or still in that tier, or you know, it might be a good idea to try and farm up that T-Rex DNA, because you do need it for the hybrid of the Indominus Rex, which is, of course, is one of the most powerful dinosaurs in the game. Truly a beast. Second only to few, or maybe even none. I haven't actually faced one because those people are in a much higher league than I am. So, with that, let's see what's around. See if there's anything more to catch. Yeah, we got a few things here. Nothing too spectacular. You know what I didn't show you, though, was the stops here. And I'm not actually sure how well I'll be able to get the stop from my Wi-Fi right now, so connection might go off for a second in the game, but that's okay. That is why I decided to shoot a video. That, and in case any rares that I need or epics spawned in the area, I could go grab them, you know. But it's not looking like that right now, and that's fine. I don't really want to go walking too far. There goes the connection. Okay. Whew. Dodged some leaves there. So now, these are supply drops, and you might be thinking, oh, so they're Pokestops, but they're actually a little bit different than Pokestops. They look a little different here. There we go. Got my connection back. So supply stops, they work different than Pokestops. They're actually, they take a little longer to refresh. They only have so much to give you, so you always get what you need, except for cash. Of course, that's really rare, and it can take a while to get. But if you are a VIP, you actually have a higher chance of getting the cash and stuff like that, and it does raise your gold limit cap that you could reach daily from these things. So basically, a supply drop does basically get spun, and it gives you some darts, which are, you know, like the Pokeballs, and there you go. So you can get cash, and I do have a higher chance because I'm VIP, but you can even get cash when you're not. It's just really, really rare, so I wouldn't count on it or anything like that, but it's pretty nice, and you do have a limit to your daily amount. Oh man, there's a branch. And I don't remember exactly how much that is. I know the VIP limits are double that of the normal person limits, so just note anything on mine is actually going to be double, but you won't see me capping out any of those today, at least. One of these times when we're actually out and about playing, you'll probably see me cap them out. Depends. A lot of times it's really nice as you can spin these stops when you're like in the passenger seat, someone's driving a car, they're not unspinnable, so it's kind of cool. You can get a lot of stops if you get the chance as a passenger. So, you know, maybe try and do that at least once a day to help boost your stop spins and try and cap out your gold, because you do want to try and get your gold cap and your cash cap if you can, but I know it's probably not very feasible if you're not a VIP. Whew. All right, so here we are back at the house, and you know, it's really about most of the game. It's actually pretty simple. There's not too much right now to it other than collecting, you know, powering up your dinos, and going out there and kind of battling. And they do have events right now. If you go to parks, they have special stops with special weekly dinosaurs, and I actually think this is like something they're always gonna do. It's referred to as an event, but I think it's like a weekly event. Every day they have a featured dinosaur at parks, and that will change every day, and they have focuses on them or stuff, but who knows, it might end here eventually. Right now, this is the second week of them doing it, starting tomorrow, or today. So, going to parks, they'll have a special different stop, but they do still count on the same ones. Now, you might notice you do get a free incubator every 6 hours in the day, which will give you a little bit of cash, a little bit of darts, and a little bit of dino DNA. Very little bit. It's not the best thing, but it's good for the little bit of cash buildup that you're going to get and other stuff. I'm actually getting close to a rare incubator. Unfortunately, they don't have a special offer rare. They usually do. But I really just want to save up to get a premium one anyways. And I just don't know how to do that. There's that free cash I have not had any luck with it. I have done a ton of offers. I've completed at least like 9 of them, I think. 8 or 9, maybe. Yeah, 8, I think. I think I completed 8 of them, and 1 worked. A total of 1 of them actually worked. And I had to do all these claims, and still nothing yet. So I'm trying to figure that out, but we'll see how long they keep it around if it doesn't work like this for most people. But, you know, in the end, these options are here. It's just really hard to build up cash to get a lot of them. Like I said, it's kind of how the game goes. And oh, cool, look here. I got some free stuff for liking them on Facebook. So make sure you go and do that too. I'm sure they'll send you an in-game notification about it. Like them on Facebook. Some oh, that was real nice. That was real nice. Some real nice DNA there. I don't even know what's supposed to be in there. Maybe something. Maybe not. Who knows? Alright guys, well, I'm going to let you guys get out there and check it out and try and catch some dinosaurs of your own, or more so, create and power up some dinosaurs of your own. And maybe I'll see you guys in the arena.